Our hang. How is everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? I see Jessica is in the chat. Reggie, Ivy is in here as well. Maria, George, Miss Heather, Christy, Jody, Gabriella. Hello, everyone. Cousin is in here as well. Miss Heather, I miss my uncle. Oh my gosh. Absolutely praying for your uncle in the ICU right now, Miss Heather, 1,000,000%. If everyone could send prayers, positive vibes, love, and hugs to Miss Heather and her family. Real Life Southern Barbie just popped in. Gigi, Vicky also just popped in as well. Robert, Crimson Rose. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. If you are here and you have not given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. Miss Betty just popped in. Dave popped in. Dave, I'm so happy that you were able to make it. Y'all also send some love to Dave and his family as well. Melissa, hello. Brittany, Vintage Vibe Vandergrift here for the tea. Tea is what we are going to get into today, you guys. Kim just popped in. LH. We're going to talk about the Bill Bellichick and Jordan Hudson situation, and I know that is not normally tea that we would get into. Hi, Tabitha. Hi, Jelena. Hi, Joy. I know normally we don't talk about NFL coaches or any tea in regards to that situation, but y'all, the tea with Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, 73-year-old man dating a 24-year-old girl, there has been so much stuff that's been going on. We got into this yesterday during our members only live, and we all decided that we're very invested in this hot mess express that is going on. And we have an update, y'all. Bill Belichick released a statement today, and I can't wait to get into it. We're talking about Katy Perry. Kanye did another live stream. Lord have mercy. We're going to talk about him and Kim's custody battle that is likely going to happen. Mama Chris's part in all of this too. Mama Chris is ready to take the gloves off, go after Kanye. And honestly, I kind of think I'm team Mama Chris here. So I can't wait to get into it. We're also going to talk about Justin Bieber. We're going to talk about this Hailey Selena comparison, copying accusation that's now going viral. Yipes. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about Selena and Benny, and then we're going to end with a little Taylor and Travis, a little more insight into the whole Travis unfollowing Ryan Reynolds situation. It's a lot, you guys. It's a lot of mess today. A lot of mess. And right before I actually got on here to do this live, I was reading a report about how TMZ just reported that Diddy is not going to be forced to wear his prison uniform during the trial. He's going to be allowed, I think they got down to the nitty gritty of 5 button downs, 3 suit jackets. I don't remember how many pairs of pants. But they were reporting on how Diddy is not going to be forced to wear the prison uniform. He will be allowed to wear dress clothes during his trial. And I honestly don't know why that's making headlines. I feel like 9 times out of 10, they normally let high profile inmates do that. But either way, it's been approved by the court. He will not be wearing his prison uniform. He will be wearing actual clothes. Let's see. I also saw Karen pop in here, part of our sister duos in the membership, Karen and Kiara. Hello. Joy, thank you for reminding everyone to please join the membership if you haven't already. Y'all, the membership is really where it's at. We get into so much more than we're able to get into on these lives. Our members only lives that happen on Tuesdays really feel like a long distance FaceTime call with your bestie. And it really is so much fun. You also get access to our members only group chat. You also get access to a members only video every Friday. So if you've been considering joining the membership, do it. You won't regret it. It's so easy to join. You just go to my channel homepage. Right next to the subscribe button, you'll see the join button. Come join us. Your name will be in green. Your comments will be highlighted. And you get access to a lot of exclusive tea and vlogs and a lot of fun stuff. So if you've been considering it, join it, do it. How are we feeling, y'all? How are we feeling? How are we doing? I still am nursing this cold. I don't know what cold got me, but it's a good one. It's all the congestion. I feel like I've been taking so much Sudafed and decongestants the past couple of days. It is the congestion and just the fatigue. Like, I am so exhausted. So exhausted. Thank you, Cousin. Cousin said I sound better than I did yesterday. Yesterday, during the Members Only Live, like, literally, bless them, they were dealing with a very stuffed up Madison yesterday. I do feel like it is better today. We're definitely getting better each day. But it's just like the tiredness. I don't know. I have not felt this tired in a really long time. It was starting to kind of freak me out, but then I also realized, not to be a TMI, but like, you know, it's about my time for Aunt Flo to come, and that always makes me really tired too. So I feel like it's just all catching up to me. You know what I mean? Miss Heather said, quick random question. I live for a random question. What desk do you have for your walking pad? Okay, I have a Amazon standing desk, and I can send the link in the group chat for you, Miss Heather. It's from Amazon. I love it. It works perfectly. I love that it also has like settings, so I can just hit like 1 or 2 or 3, and it adjusts whether I'm standing height, walking pad height, or sitting. But yeah, it's literally from Amazon, and it's a sleigh. You guys know I feel like Jeff Bezos really owes me a Christmas card every year because I contribute to that man's wealth, even though it does partially pay me. Actually, one time, I don't know if I brought this up before on a live, but one time my friends and I were out to eat at a restaurant, and everyone was freaking out in the restaurant, and we're like, what is going on? And the manager was like, oh, Jeff Bezos is here with a private party. And I so badly just wanted to go back there to Jeff Bezos and be like, you're welcome for paying for this dinner, basically. Between me and my 3 friends, we probably paid for this very nice meal that you're having. So you're welcome. Miss Heather said, Amazon delivery guy knows this by now. I mean, as much as I want to, like, boycott, you just can't. Everything is on there. Everything is on there down to, this is, okay, I have to also tell you guys, my new afternoon drink obsession. Y'all know for a minute I was doing the protein coffees, which I still love. I still love a little protein coffee where I would have coffee and then put a little Premier protein shake in it to make it like an iced coffee situation. But my latest new hyperfixation, green tea. I like brew this whole thing of green tea in the morning, let it sit till the afternoon, and then I put it on ice, obviously, and then a true lemon packet, which you get from Amazon, Costco. They also have true lime packets, and they're these little packets that you put one in, and it's like the juice of a lemon or a lime. True lemon, true lime, but what I use is green tea with a true lemon packet, a little bit of Truvia, because I am immature and I like a little sweetness in my tea, and it literally tastes like a green tea lemonade, and it is so good. It is my new obsession. I'm obsessed. So green tea, true lemon packet, a little smidge of Truvia. Delicious, hydrating. Also, green tea is really good for you. I don't know all the benefits, but that's what TikTok told me. TikTok is like, girl, it's gonna help with your energy, your digestion, help with bloating, inflammation. And I was like, those all sound like problems I need help with. And summer's around the corner, and I am trying to feel my very best this summer. Y'all know I also have a lot of weddings that I'm trying to look good for as well, because those pictures are going to last forever. Oh, Miss Heather just said it has more caffeine than coffee. Did not know that, Miss Heather. No wonder I've been feeling like I have a B12 shot in my butt as of lately when I've been drinking these in the afternoon. Okay, you could also get ones that are caffeine free. I know they do have green tea that is caffeine free. This one probably has caffeine in it, which is why I feel incredible as I've been drinking it. Like, that is so funny. I love that. Yeah, Jelena said, I was thinking Maddie came into the live hype. No, I did. I literally was feeling incredible. And Miss Heather's like, yeah, that's because you're chugging caffeine in your green tea. Suddenly, everything makes sense. I did also take a little nap before this too, because again, this cold has been kicking my butt. So, wow, a nap and chugging this green tea lemon situation, and good tea. Like, no wonder I'm feeling incredible. No wonder. And also talking to all of y'all, like, truthfully, you guys give me so much energy, a burst of much needed energy. I also saw Jessica say that she's drinking peach, or swears by peach tea lemonade. Jessica, I love anything peach. Peach lemonade, peach yogurt, peach pie, peach cobbler, literally anything peach, I live for. Anna, you're so sweet. Anna says you deserve more subscribers and views. Thank you, Anna. We're getting there. That is exactly the goal. We're gonna keep it pushing, keep growing, keep sharing. Also, let's see, Destiny just popped in as well, and Betty said, I buy everything through Amazon, cleaning supplies, home stuff. Yeah, literally. You can get everything through there. He makes it too convenient. And then George did remind me, sleep is the best medicine. You actually heal while sleeping. I know, George. I'm working on it. I do feel like I've been kind of a little bit better at sleeping. Dave just said peach schnapps. Dave, I do live for a little peach schnapps. Have you guys ever had a mimosa? Obviously, the champs, a little OJ, a little peach schnapps. Chef's kiss, let me tell you. It'll elevate your mimosas to the next level. Okay, you guys, if you are here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, go ahead and do so. We're about to get started into this tea. Also, really quick, I want to shout out all of our after watchers as well. Shout out to all of our after watchers. These happy hour hangs could not continue without you. I know I've been slacking on responding to the after watchers comments this week because I've been a little under the weather, but I just want you to know that I see you, I appreciate you, and also thank you for all of the birthday wishes on last week's live. Also, shout out to all of our international House of Hill members. I just saw Bex pop in. I'm an after watcher, happy to make a live. Bex, so happy you were able to make it. Also, shout out to all of our international House of Hill members as well. Thank you for staying up late, waking up early, catching up on the tea whenever you have time, and also making our fam an international one. I see you, appreciate you, and love you. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this tea. Like I said, we're gonna start off with Bill Bellichick and Jordan Hudson. And before y'all are like, Madison, I don't know who these people are, I don't care. Yes, you do. Trust me, you care. This is very interesting tea. This is reality level stuff that we could not write, okay? We're gonna talk about Katy Perry, Kanye, Kim, Justin, Hailey, Selena, Taylor, Travis. We got a lot of goods today. So we're gonna start off with this Bill Bellichick, Jordan Hudson situation. And again, like I said, I know we don't normally talk about NFL coaches. And I know y'all are like, Madison, this guy, do we care? Yes. Okay, for those of you who do not know, Bill Bellichick is one of the greatest NFL coaches in history, okay? He was the head of the Patriots organization for a long time when they were winning all of those Super Bowls and they were running a dynasty. Bill Bellichick was the man in charge. Now, he's also had some scandals here and there. He was caught cheating with the Deflategate situation. And now, as of late, as a 73-year-old man, he is dating a 24-year-old woman. Her name is Jordan Hudson. Now, since they started their relationship, they've definitely gotten a lot of attention and people have been talking about them a lot, but there has been newfound light on their relationship after an interview aired this past weekend on CBS Sunday Morning. During the interview, Bill Bellichick is asked about, joining Instagram with Jordan, their Instagram posts, and then the interviewer asks, how did you two meet? And from the side, Jordan cuts the reporter off and is like, we're not talking about that. And Bill looks kind of like a deer in the headlights. And also in that interview, also LH just joined the membership. Oh my God, you guys saw, I got a stain on my shirt right before this and I was trying to get it off. I didn't think anyone would see, but I got so excited that LH joined. Yay, LH, welcome. After this, make sure you join the Discord. I will post an invite link in the community tab for members only. LH, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. Also in the package of that interview, you guys, the reporter made a comment about how Jordan was a controlling presence, how Jordan was never far from Bill. And so that interview basically just kind of put out a narrative that Jordan Hudson was controlling Bill Bellichick. The comments were crazy. People were calling it elder abuse. His friends were allegedly planning an intervention. Dave Portnoy commented on it. Like, this interview blew the F up, and everyone was freaking out about this 24-year-old girl controlling her 73-year-old boyfriend, who happens to be a multi-millionaire, very famous NFL coach. Okay, when she was getting all of the backlash, she responded yesterday on Instagram. She posted an email that Bill had sent to everyone on his team, Jordan included. And in the email, Bill is essentially upset that all of the press around his book that he's promoting is more focused on his personal life and his mistakes rather than his accomplishments and his words of advice. I get Bill's frustration, but also, Billy boy, obviously we care more about the tea than your advice that you've learned over the years of football. That's just unfortunately the way the world works, how the internet works, but whatever. Jordan was like posting this email in an effort to show, I guess, Bill's upset. I thought it was honestly a kind of lame clapback on her part, but okay, girl, go off. And then she said the full statement would come later. Well, now we have the full statement, y'all. Bill himself released a statement today saying that he agreed to speak with CBS about his book. He said he communicated to his publicist at his publishers and indicated that he only wanted to talk about the book, not his personal life. He went on to say that unfortunately his expectation was not honored during the interview, that he repeatedly asked the reporter to keep the conversation focused on the book, and that after several times of him asking that is when Jordan stepped in. He described their relationship as both personal and professional and said that she jumped in to help refocus the discussion. Bill said the final 8-minute segment does not reflect the productive 35-minute conversation that was had. Instead, it presented selectively edited clips that suggested a false narrative that Jordan was trying to control the interview, which is simply not true. Okay, here's the thing about the situation. I feel like Jordan is really getting dragged online, okay? Jordan is being absolutely ripped to shreds and just like kind of mocked as well for dating such an old man, for controlling him. People are worried about Bill. It's an SOS, is Bill Bellichick okay? Blink twice if you're safe. People are really dragging her. And I kind of feel like people need to equally be dragging Bill Bellichick. And normally, I don't feel that way about older people. Normally, I'm very protective of older people. I talked about this yesterday. I love old people. But he also is a 73-year-old dating a 24-year-old, okay? Icky. Gross. What on earth does a 73-year-old have in common with a 24-year-old? She claims that they are twin flames. Y'all, her Instagram is unhinged. You should see the comments, or not even the comments, the captions that she makes with this man. It's like, we're both Aries and we're meant to find each other. My twin flame. I was like, girly, I would be having an existential crisis if my twin flame was 48 something years older than me. Like, what? Regardless, I'm just saying, I feel like the dragging is kind of unfair. You know what I mean? I feel like both parties should equally be dragged in this scenario. Until we find out that if Bill Bellichick is like not in his right state of mind to be making decisions, okay, then maybe we could be more one-sided. But until then, we need to be dragging both sides. And the internet is unjustly just dragging Jordan. I feel like both are giving me the ick, okay? That's just, again, my opinion. As far as Bill's statement that he released today, Do we know it's Bill? It's probably not Bill. Like, let's just like BFFR because we're always real with one another. We keep it real here. And again, this is just my own opinion. Do I think Bill Bellichick sat there with a quill and paper and drafted this statement for people to send out? No. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Bill did the statement, okay? I do think it was probably, you know, Jordan. It was probably a team. But still, he's defending his lady. And I think he's going to keep defending his lady. Again, it doesn't seem like their relationship is going anywhere anytime soon. But it is just so bizarre. And again, I know this is not normally tea that we would discuss, but I knew it was interesting tea, interesting news, interesting topical events. And so I had to bring it to y'all. So I wanted to hear your thoughts. Jocelyn said, I dragged him. Jocelyn said, girl, I've been dragging Bill. I dragged him when I saw he was dating her. Now I'm dragging her because it just doesn't look good. T. The judgment should be rated E for everyone. It's disgusting for them to be together. Jessica said he's with her for her looks and age. She obviously probably wouldn't have got with him if he was poor. Also, too, I just want to put it out there. So the question that she got upset about during the CBS interview was the reporter was like, how did you guys meet? And she was like, we're not answering that. And I will say, the girl does have a little bit of crazy eyes. And again, both parties should be dragged, but the internet is dragging her for her look during that interview. She did look very, you know. And what's crazy to me is we already know how she met, right? LH said that sounds like she was an escort. It makes it sound worse than it was. Actually, it's kind of bad. So how they met was they were on an airplane. They were sitting next to each other. And Jordan told Bill that her dad is a really big fan of his. And, you know, her dad would just be shook that she was sitting next to Bill Bellichick. So they took some photos together. They talked the whole flight. And then he signed one of her college books, her homework. He signed her homework. So it's not even like she was an escort or anything like that. Like he signed her homework, and that's how they met. And we know that. And that's why I said, I don't know if it's worse if she was an escort or not. I don't know what's worse, signing her homework or meeting her on, what is it, Seeking Arrangements, whatever that website is. Like, I don't know which one is technically worse in my opinion. They're both cringy. But that's how they met, and it's not a secret. And then she also even posted on her Instagram his original autograph to her as like an FU to people. But it doesn't really feel like an FU because why wouldn't you just talk about it during the interview? You know what I mean? I don't know. The whole thing is really fascinating to me, you guys. I'm absolutely dialed in. I am in this saga, and I hope that y'all will be on this journey with me because I really don't want to be on it alone, because I'm fascinated. I am in it. We are dialed into what is going on with 73-year-old Bill Bellichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend. Like, we're in it. What is going to happen? Is this girl going to be literally running his entire life? I don't know. Only time will tell. Regardless, she is getting her money, honey. And honestly, say what you will, but respect. Respect. She is 24 and she's getting a bag and probably has 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 more bags than I do. So shout out to her, girly. But yeah, 24-year-old, 73-year-old, what a time to be alive. Okay, moving on. Let's get into this tea about Katy Perry. And then we're going to get into Kanye, Kim, Chris, that whole situation. Katy Perry, y'all, if you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. She responded to all of the hate that she has been receiving online. She actually commented on a fan page, and on this fan page, it was a post of a billboard in Times Square, and her fans actually pulled together the funds to put a billboard up for her in Times Square being like, we hope you're okay, we hope you're good. The reason why Katy Perry has been getting a lot of heat lately is the Blue Origin flight. People are still dragging Miss Perry for going up to space for 7 minutes and coming back down. And her tour. Her tour is getting absolutely obliterated online. People are just making fun of it left, right, up, down, and center. And, you know, there's rumors that she's not selling tickets. It's just been a rough time to be Katy Perry. Like, literally everyone online is making fun of this girl, okay? So her fans took out a billboard to be like, we love you, Katy, stay strong. And she commented on this fan post of the billboard. She said she's so grateful for her fans. She continues to remain true to herself. She said, please know that she's okay. She said, quote, when the online world tries to make me a human piñata, I take it with grace and send them love, because I know so many people are hurting in so many ways, and the internet is very much a dumping ground of unhinged and unhealed. She said what is real is seeing her fans' faces every night, singing in unison, reading their notes, and feeling their warmth. Also, I just wanted to shout out Crystal Medina. Madison, I got my certificate in mechatronics and robotics maintenance. Manifest the dream job for me, everyone. Crystal, okay, genius. Hello? Mechanics and robotics? Girl, the dream job is already yours. Are you kidding me? You don't even have to sweat. That is incredible. Iconic. We have so many smart people here in the House of Hill. I don't know what I did to deserve y'all. Like, genuinely. Y'all are the smartest people. And y'all ended up here. I'm so grateful. But yeah, so Katy Perry is okay. Even though she has been taking a lot of hits. She has been getting dragged a lot. I will say, I'm laughing. Jelena said if Crystal can't get a job, we're all doomed. Literally, that's exactly how I felt reading that. I was like, dang. I will say the videos of her show recently do look kind of weird. Julie K, thank God she continues to be her true self. That's the tea. I do feel like Katy Perry kind of is setting herself up to be dragged, to be honest. You know, I mean, she just, the videos are not something I would personally pay for. I literally saw a video today that there was, yeah, something like a toilet seat and then the like poop emoji. Not my humor. Not my humor. Not my choice of entertainment. I know some people did make fun of her and they like wore spacesuits to the show when she brought them on stage. Katy Perry, and this is like me being genuine. I know I kind of drag her a lot on mine and Courtney's podcast, but I feel like Katy Perry genuinely is just like one big parody. Does she not feel like a parody to anyone else? Like sometimes I almost forget that like she's being serious. She feels like she's doing things to get dragged. And like she's doing things as a joke. But then I have to remind myself like, no, girl is serious. And I think that's where I just have a disconnect with Katy Perry. Like her shows and her music just aren't for me. You know what I mean? Also, I want to shout out Cass. Hi, House of Hill. I'm making dinner, so I'll try to listen, but can't stay in the chat. But wanted to say hi and give prayers to the House of Hill to anyone who needs them. Love and miss you all. Mama Cass, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy making dinner, and I'm so happy that you're listening. Sending love to you and your fam. Crystal Vibe said, I mean, if Katy is not selling tickets, maybe it's because 1432 was kind of bad and cringe, and she worked with Dr. Luke. A lot of people have not forgiven that at all. I think the space flight didn't help the situation at all. But also too, like, Beyonce is also allegedly struggling to sell tickets. So I do think people just aren't paying an arm and a leg to go see people right now, regardless. Either way, Katy Perry is going through it, y'all. She is being dragged. And good to know she's okay, though. You know? Good for you, girlie. So glad that you're all right, even though the world is treating you like a human piñata. Shout out to Katy for continuing on. That's a good lesson for all of us. That is actually something that we should take with us. Be more like Katy Perry. Even when everyone is making fun of you and dragging you, stay true to yourself, know who you are, and keep going. See, we just found some positivity after that. I love that. I found the silver lining, the light at the end of the tunnel. I love that. Okay, moving on to Kanye West. Now that we just ended on that great, uplifting, positive note, let's get into Kanye and his latest messy live stream. So Kanye went live recently, you guys, and he was completely covered up. He's wearing a black mask. And Jody said, no, not him again. Jody, literally me, when I saw this. And he's claiming that he doesn't have custody of his kids. He said that he was in an airport all by himself and that he's gonna go get his kids. He said he's talking to lawyers. He said he's getting to the point where he doesn't lose his mind because he's gotten used to not seeing his kids. Again, obviously, feel for Kanye that he is upset that he can't see his children, but given his recent behavior, can we blame Kim Kardashian? Man has been acting unhinged. On Monday, we were talking about how he was on a Twitch live stream saying that he wished he never had kids with Kim Kardashian and instead had them with Paris Hilton. And then remember too, that source who spoke to Page 6 and was like, the whole time Kanye was in LA, he didn't even ask to see his kids once except for North. And he didn't ask to see the rest of the kids until a week before he left. So let's remember there's two sides to every story here, okay? Kanye is saying one thing. Obviously, there's another side to the story. And I want to get into a little bit more of Kim's possible side of the story. Betty said he's unbearable. Tabitha said he's a jerk. Robert said, what does Kanye expect when he says things that could hurt his children when they see what he said about them? Literally tea. Now we have a new report from Radar Online, you guys, where it sounds like a custody battle between Kim and Kanye is definitely brewing. Now remember, on paper, as per their divorce agreement, Kim and Kanye have joint custody. They have joint physical and joint legal custody. Even though, technically, the kids are predominantly physically with Kim most of the time. But when it comes to making decisions, Kim still has to share that power, as of right now, with Kanye, okay? But it sounds like that could be changing soon, and it sounds like Kanye's gearing up for a battle, and Kim's already ready. Again, we had an insider share that Kim has, quote, so much dirt on Kanye that if she shared it, no question, he would lose all of his custody rights. This insider said the only reason Kim has held back so far is because she's worried that going to war could hurt her kids. They all still reportedly adore their dad. Mama Chris is apparently ready for Kim to spill the tea. Mama Chris is like, we have given this man all the grace. It is time to unleash the dragons, so to speak. This insider said that at this point, Mama Chris is over the excuse that Kim doesn't want to reveal what she knows about Kanye for the sake of the kids. Chris allegedly feels that Kanye has gone too far. Chris is reportedly begging Kim to wake up and realize it's time to go at Kanye, guns a-blazing. What do we think? Here's the thing. I think that they probably both have dirt on each other, to be completely fair. I think Kanye probably saw a lot of stuff about Kim and the Kardashian family, which is why she hasn't publicly really gone for the jugular, because I do believe Kanye probably has a lot of stuff on Kim. That being said, I also think Kim has a lot of stuff on Kanye. And when you're looking at the two parties, Kim versus Kanye, and you're trying to decide who's the more responsible parent, based on what we're seeing publicly, it looks like that has to go to Kim. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that both parties don't have possibly reputation ruining stuff on either side, but I'm just saying when I look at the lesser of two evils, I feel like we gotta go with Kim. Like, Kim has the kids the majority of the time anyway. Kim has a support system. Kim makes sure that the schedule is kept. They're getting from point A to point B. She makes sure that they have the best childcare around them. Like, I don't know. I get where people are like, Madison, both options aren't great, because I know people love to obviously drag Kim as much as they love to drag Kanye. But I just feel like when you look at both parties, the lesser of two evils, we got to go with Kim. Also, we have a first-time watcher from Nigeria. Hello, hello. I'm so happy that you were able to watch. Tatum says, as Taylor says, karma is my boyfriend because they're both problematic people. Jody said, I fully respect Kim's attempt at keeping the peace and the kids enjoying their dad, but now he's put things on the internet that his kids are going to see and be hurt by. Game over, mic drop time, Kim. That's kind of how I feel too. And that's why at the beginning of this live, I said, y'all, I kind of agree with Mama Chris on this one. And I actually feel like I rarely agree with Mama Chris, but on this subject of like, go after him, I'm with Mama Chris. This man has trashed you, has trashed our family. At this point, he's brought the kids into the battle because he has said that he never wanted kids with Kim in the first place. Like I said earlier this week, he said, I wish I had kids with Paris Hilton instead. That's not to mention when he was saying, you know, when Kim got pregnant with North, he didn't want her to take the pregnancy to term. He has said so many damaging things about Kim and their children that I feel like at this point, what is Kim protecting? What is she protecting? They're going to see it all if North hasn't seen it already. I feel like at this point in time, for the sake of her sanity and her kids, it's time for Kim to take the gloves off. Just my own personal opinion, obviously. Again, this man doing the live streams, this man going on these rants, he's also kind of helping Kim's case. Even if Kim, to be honest, if Kim didn't even want to pull any dirt from the files that she has on Kanye, she could literally probably just show a judge what he's been doing in the past 2 weeks and get custody. Look at what he's tweeted. Look at these live streams. I think that would be plenty for a judge to be like, should this man be making legal decisions about children? Probably not. Like, she doesn't even have to go into the dirt, honestly. Like, just pull up his Twitter account from the past 2 weeks. That should be enough. Okay. Let's go ahead, move on from the Kanye situation. I feel like we've talked about him at length. I'm with colors. Sigh. Let's move on, get into Justin. Then we're gonna move into the Hailey, Selena of it all. We have over 200 people watching. If you guys haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so, because if people have not gotten their YouTube notification yet, I know they're gonna wanna make sure they get it before we get into this Justin, Hailey, Selena saga that is never ending. Taking a sip of green tea before we get into this. So, Justin Bieber, y'all, did give Hailey a little bit of a shout out, which I love. He was thirsting for his wife, as the headlines put it. He reshared Hailey's most recent Instagram carousel on his Instagram story. We live, laugh, love when Justin, you know, shows Hailey some love, defends their marriage, make sure everybody knows how much he loves his wifey. we love it. And I particularly love it at this time because another TikTok is going viral, you guys. And actually, shout out to Jelena. Jelena actually sent this video or a tweet about the video earlier this week in our group chat, but now it's making headlines. Like when Jelena sent it, we were like, LOL, the internet's crazy. Well, now it's being reported on widely, this viral TikTok. So in this TikTok, you guys, Hailey is essentially accused of copying Selena Gomez and one of her speeches. So you guys know Hailey was recently honored at the Daily Front Row Annual Fashion Awards for Rhode and her contributions to Rhode. And this is the speech that people are accusing Hailey of copying Selena. Okay? The TikTok shows the beginning of Hailey's speech where she says she started Rhode not because she wanted to start a brand for the sake of starting a brand. She really wanted to create an entire world. Selena made a similar statement during a 2021 interview. Selena said she didn't want to start Rare, not because she didn't want to launch a makeup line for the sake of launching a brand. What interests her is cultivating beauty from the inside. So they both kind of had this statement of, I didn't want to start House of Hill for the sake of starting House of Hill. I started House of Hill to create a community, to cultivate beauty from the inside. But because the verbiage of Hailey's speech was similar to the verbiage of Selena's interview in 2021, the comments are out of control. Okay? People are absolutely dragging Hailey, saying, you know, once again, she can never come up with an original thought. She's always stalking Selena. Here's proof. Copying, XYZ. I'm telling you, the trolls are trolling hard over this. And I don't think Hailey meant to copy Selena. Let me say that first. I don't think Hailey purposefully copied Selena. If she did, that's insane. If Hailey has watched, like, let's think about this logically for a second. If Hailey has watched every single interview that Selena has ever done in her life, that's crazy. That's crazy. That, like, is almost too crazy to comprehend. I know some of you are like, Madison, it's possible, but I simply cannot comprehend that one person would stalk another person to that level, especially when you're rich and famous. Like, when I am rich and famous, why would I be stalking somebody else? That feels crazy to me. But a lot of you are like, Madison, see through it. I feel like she does. I just like can't picture being that rich and that famous and stalking somebody and stalking my husband's ex to copy her. Like, that just feels wild to me. I cannot comprehend that somebody would do that. I don't want to believe somebody would do that. I want to believe that, you know, it's just a coincidence that their speeches started the same. That it's kind of cliche, right? It's kind of cliche to be like, I didn't start this business just for the sake of starting a business. I started it because I wanted to make a bigger impact on the world. That feels like a very universal cliche. Right? Oh God, I don't know. I see y'all telling me like, Madison, grow up. You all are literally like, Madison, grow up, open your eyes, get them checked, put on your glasses. Hailey is copying Selena. That's what y'all are telling me in this chat. And I'm hearing you, I'm seeing you, I'm receiving what you're saying. In the words of Real Housewives of Potomac, that's what they always say. I'm receiving what you're saying. But y'all, I just like can't process it. I cannot believe that somebody who is rich and famous would stalk their husband's ex to the point that they're going to word for word purposefully copy what they said during an interview. I don't want to believe it. I want to believe that Hailey is too successful, too unbothered, happily married, rich, in her mansion with her diamonds, that she literally does not care about what Selena is doing. Cass said, chiming in, I've had many friends that stalk their exes and their partners' exes years later. If we do it, the celebs do it too. I know, Cass. I know you're right. I know. You guys, I'm trying to throw Hailey a bone. I'm trying. I know. We all do a little stalk. But this feels like stalking to an ex, like an incredible level, right? Oh my God, even Betty said she's been stalking Justin and Selena for over 10 years. Tab said no. Robert said mic drop, Cass. Megan said, well, if anything, she should have watched the videos to make sure she wrote something different and original. Megan's like, if you're gonna stalk, at least don't plagiarize word for word. Put that thing in ChatGPT and have it rewrite. Oh, God, you guys. I can't. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm really trying. I want it on record. I'm trying to give Hailey the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying not to give in to the stands. And Wendy said she do copy Selena Gomez. I want to believe. You guys. Truthfully. Maybe you know what I think my problem is too? You guys know I always put myself in other people's shoes. And I like to put myself in Hailey's shoes. And I want to believe that if I am married to the man of my dreams, I am that wealthy. I am that blessed. I have a business, a husband who needs me 24/7, and a baby who needs me 24/7. I want to believe that I would not have time to be stalking his ex-girlfriend. And I want to believe that I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. I have my multiple millions to go count and my baby to look at. I don't even care what my husband's ex is doing. That's what I want to believe. You know? So I'm holding on to that. Julia said, Maddie, are you putting yourself in someone's shoes who might not be sane? I'm trying. You guys, I'm trying. I try my hardest. Which I will say, we're going to talk a little bit about Selena now too. I want to be fair here too to say Selena also is getting dragged right now too, you guys. The stands, and keyword there is stands, okay? The stands are going crazy right now, okay? The stands are accusing Selena of copying Hailey, like some of her products, which is low-key hilarious to me because I'm like, Selena's been selling makeup way before Hailey started selling a few makeup products. Rhode started as a skincare brand that has slowly evolved into makeup, but okay. But regardless, they're dragging Selena too, okay? Selena's getting dragged. Selena's being accused of copying. Also, Selena recently did an interview with Benny on a podcast called Table Manners, and she was asked about her and Benny's first kiss. And Selena said, quote, I hadn't liked anyone in a very long time. So some kisses are for fun. And then when you feel something behind a kiss, it's completely different. I'd been alone for about 5 years with the exception of a few shitty dates here and there, but never felt that way. And I was a little embarrassed. Y'all, tell me why there are headlines literally now saying Selena Gomez says she felt alone after her breakup from Justin Bieber. Where did Selena Gomez mention Justin Bieber? Where did Selena Gomez mention a breakup? She said she had been alone for 5 years, meaning she had been single for 5 years. My mouth dropped. A gasp. How could anyone hear Selena say that response to a first kiss and think, she just said she felt alone after her breakup from Justin Bieber? What? Like, y'all, no. The way, if I'm gonna give Hailey the benefit of the doubt, y'all, surely you can give Selena the benefit of the doubt with that quote, okay? It's crazy. People are saying Selena copied Hailey with some of the products that she's selling with Rare. You guys, the stands are crazy. If you ever want to, like, just have a moment to feel super sane, you should go on Stan Twitter and just look up what they're saying about Hailey and Selena. You will all of a sudden feel like everything in your world is right, because some of these things, I get what people are talking about, but a lot of these things, I'm like, y'all, is your arm popped out of the socket because you're reaching so hard? It's crazy. But yeah, it's just so funny to me that people have interpreted her saying she was alone for 5 years. People are somehow interpreting that and relating it back to her relationship with Justin Bieber. I'm like, girl was simply saying like she was single for 5 years and hadn't felt anything like that for anyone until she kissed Benny. It's crazy. On a positive note though, Selena and Benny are releasing a deluxe version of I Said I Love You First. We love that. Also during this interview, they said they're not going to do a first dance because Selena is like very shy and doesn't want to be put on display in that way. She is going to do a first dance with her grandpa. But yeah, those were some other key takeaways from that interview, but it cracked me up when I saw that. Selena said she was alone after her breakup from Justin Bieber. Where? Where did Selena say she was alone after her breakup from Justin Bieber? And also, why is that bad? Isn't that kind of fact? Like, yeah, she broke up with somebody, so obviously she's alone. I don't understand what's the tea there. What's the shock there? She was with somebody, now she's alone. People are crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Tatum said, I mean, what about her dating Drew? Maybe she felt, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what she's saying. Like, she dated other people, but she never felt anything like she felt when she kissed Benny. Kissed a lot of frogs to get to her prince. And that's the tea. Okay. Tatum also said, do we really think Selena's going to marry Benny? Yes. 1,000,000%. I think that they will actually get married. Also, I love Color said, I'm happily alone. I love time to myself. Literally me. Also, Crimson Rose said, I don't see this ever, but hear about it here. Oh, talk about the Stan Twitter. I don't know what happened to my Twitter, but I see Stan Twitter when it comes to Selena and Hailey all the time. However, I'm not on that, like, layer of TikTok. My sister gets TikToks about, like, Selena versus Hailey all the time. I never see those TikToks for some reason, but I see the tweets. So, I don't know. It is crazy to me, actually, how much of an ongoing conversation Selena, Justin, Hailey is right now. I feel like we have not talked about these three this much connected to one another in years. Like, it has been years since we have talked about the three of them linked consistently. It's been a moment, genuinely. And I don't know if it's because like Selena and Benny are doing interviews. I don't know if it's because Justin's gearing up for a release and he knows, you know, connecting himself to Selena and Benny helps get him press. And that helps drum up hype and keep him in the news. I don't know what is going on. It definitely feels like there's a PR play happening. But yeah, I feel like we have not talked about these three at this length in a long time. Just my own personal opinion. And there is a conspiracy theory about Benny having a son, but he doesn't have a son. He posts his nephews a lot, but I know that was a theory that was talked about a lot when they first started dating. But to my knowledge, he does not have a child. Just putting that out there as well. Okay, last but not least, let's talk a little bit about Taylor and Travis. If you guys are here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. We have over 240 people watching. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that would be amazing. We have a new report from the Daily Mail expanding on why Travis unfollowed Ryan Reynolds. If you missed Monday's live, We talked about this. There were headlines that Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. I don't believe Travis was ever following Blake Lively in the first place. I think that was blown out of proportion. I think that was used as a clickbait piece of material. But he was following Ryan Reynolds, and he is not following Ryan Reynolds anymore. This insider said that Travis is just fed up with all of the drama, all of the legal drama. The source said that Travis isn't going to pretend to be friendly with someone who would throw him or Taylor under the bus, which I will say, this is not the first time we've heard this. We have heard that Travis does take issue with people who he feels use Taylor. We've heard a report about this before. So I do believe that because we're hearing that consistently, he does take issue with that. If he feels like people are using Taylor, he's not about it. Apparently Taylor and Travis, according to this insider, have both cooled things off with Ryan and Blake for the time being. Once the legal drama blows over, the source says that will possibly change. But for now, keeping their distance. And that includes Travis. I feel like people are really blowing this out of proportion. And I kind of don't understand why. Like, why wouldn't Travis protect Taylor? Why wouldn't Travis support Taylor in this way? If he feels like people are not treating his girlfriend how she should be treated, what's wrong with him unfollowing that person and being in her corner and making sure she feels supported 1000%? You know what I mean? I see nothing wrong with this. I'm here for it, and I like it. Julie said, damn, that's hot. Julie, and that's the tea. And then she also said, also like and join the membership too. That's double the tea. Robert said, I think Benny is a great guy. Honestly, he's so genuine towards Selena. He treats her like a queen, and that's how Selena should be treated. Tea. Yami Like said publicity. Oh, you think Travis is doing that for publicity? I think at this point, Travis has entered the level of celebrity that anything he does is going to get press. Before, people did not care who Travis was following and unfollowing. Now that he's dating Taylor, people care. They're dialed in. I really don't feel like he's somebody who would make a move like that for publicity. Because he's just like, I don't think he cares about that stuff, to be honest. I think he cares more about like loyalty and support. And he felt as though that would be a way to show Taylor he has her back. And again, kind of also just remove himself from the situation. I 1000% believe that Travis would not mess with somebody who he felt like disrespected Taylor. Personally. Just my own opinion. Betty said he's a publicity seeker. He loves it. I don't feel like he is a publicity seeker in that way. You know, I do think that he obviously is okay with getting attention, okay with getting press, but do I think he's seeking publicity in that way? I don't think he's like a clout chaser to that level. Again, I think he knows how to handle it. I think anyone who is a celebrity obviously has to have a little bit of an ego and enjoy attention, but is he doing things for the sake of just getting public attention? I personally don't think so. But that's just me. That's just me. Just my own opinion. Let's see. Jelena said, Madison, have you seen people dragging Meghan Markle for her interview about Prince Harry and their nicknames for each other, H&M? I haven't seen that, but I'm not surprised. I have seen, and this almost made the rundown today, so I'll just bring it up really quick. I did see that there's a lot of reports that William, when he becomes king, he is going to strip Harry and Meghan from being able to use their like royal titles, Her Royal Highness, His Royal Highness, because I guess Meghan sent out PR packages or something. Meghan literally cannot do anything that Meghan tries to do is literally just absolutely roasted. So she sent out some sort of PR package for her brand, and she signed the note, Her Royal Highness, and obviously that went everywhere. People were blowing that up. People were like, girly pop, how dare you? People were also mad that, you know, when she was talking with Mindy Kaling on her show, she was like, oh, my last name is Sussex. So people have really been upset with how Meghan is utilizing the royal family and their name. They feel like she's using it inappropriately because they left. So I've been seeing everywhere. I saw it like Life and Style, In Touch, Daily Mail, People. I saw it several places. And I imagine they're all just going off the same expert who's speaking. But I saw it several different places today that William is allegedly planning on stripping them completely of their titles when he becomes king. We'll see. I don't know. Meghan is, it does, I try to give Meghan, you know, I try to throw her a bone as well, but I kind of agree. I'm like, girl, don't be using the royal family name when you are not about them. Can't use it when it's convenient. You know what I mean? So yeah, just not great. Not great for Meghan. But as far as them doing a interview and revealing their nicknames are H&M, love the store. Of course, not surprised to hear that they're getting dragged for that. She's called him H in several interviews before, and people always make fun of her. So you would think that after the 78th time somebody makes fun of you, maybe you would just like not use it in an interview anymore, but clearly she doesn't care. So she's like, I love the store and I love our nicknames, and she is sticking to it. And you know what? Shout out to her. Shout out to her for staying out of the comments, honestly. Good for Meghan. I think she gets dragged. I mean, we talk about how Selena gets dragged. Y'all, Meghan might get it worse. I don't know. Who do you guys think gets it worse? Meghan Markle or Selena Gomez? Really quick, answer in the chat before we log off. Let me know. Who do you think gets it worse on the internet? Selena or Meghan Markle? I think Meghan Markle. I do too. Like, at least Meghan has, or at least Selena has fans that have her back. Y'all, if Meghan has fans, they are not very vocal. Okay? Oh, Betty said Selena. So who else said Selena? Brittany said Selena too. LH said Meghan earns it though. I'm dead. Selena has had it longer. Good point, Cass. Good point. Selena has been dealing with it longer. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. It feels like they both get it pretty bad, TBH. Also, hi, Lisa. I'm so happy you at least popped in before we signed off. Crazy. They both get it pretty bad. But I am seeing a lot of Meghan's tea. They both get dragged for breathing, but it is tough. You guys, this was so fun. I'm giggling that Jelena said sis is hated internationally. T. I mean, Meghan gets it from all angles. Yipes. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another happy hour hang. This one was fun. I love that we were able to get into a vast majority of tea. Like, I love that we started this talking about Bill Bellichick and we're ending this talking about Meghan Markle. We talked about the Biebers a little bit. Obviously got through the Kanye mess and Katy Perry. Like, we did a lot of different topics today and it was so fun. I just want to shout you guys out for being incredible, showing up, always engaging, sharing your opinions. Thank you for making these so much fun. If you guys are still here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. If you're new, stick around and subscribe, hang, become part of our House of Hill fam. Don't forget we have merch. You can find all of the merch at houseofhill.com. Join the membership. Please come hang with us. LH is a new member. LH, I'm going to post a new invite link for you in the members community tab. So look out for that so you can join the group chat. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. And yeah, shout out to all of our international members. Olive is up at 1:30 a.m. for this live. Y'all are iconic. Have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.